Stock futures are in the green again today for your pre-market morning update for June 28th, 2022. So stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Richard Allen with TipRanks TV. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Julie is away for another couple days, so I will be filling in for her. Before we get into today's news, I want to remind you that we're running a 30% off promotion right now for TipRanks Premium. You could take advantage of that by clicking the top link in the description. But without further ado, let's talk about stock market futures. Dow futures are up currently 0.65%, followed by S&P 500 futures up 0.61%, and the NASDAQ futures are up 0.55% today. Before we get into your top gainers and losers so far in the pre-market, let's talk about some stock market news. Shares of Robinhood markets closed 14% higher yesterday following the news of a possible takeover by crypto exchange FTX. FTX is one of the biggest exchanges in the crypto space, and according to Bloomberg, it is in internal talks to figure out how to acquire Robinhood. It wasn't that long ago that FTX did announce a 7.5% stake in Robinhood. At current levels, that is worth about $500 million. Robinhood is down slightly today in the pre-market. In other news, Nike did post upbeat Q4 results yesterday after hours, but they are down slightly in the pre-market. The company surpassed both earnings and revenue expectations, which was indicated by TipRanks website visit tool. The strong performance of Nike's direct-to-consumer business led to solid results in the fourth quarter. Despite the beat, shares of the company declined 2.89% in Monday's extending trading session following the company's bleak outlook. Before we get into our notable earnings reports for today, let's jump over and talk about your top gainers and losers in the pre-market. Two of the top stocks down in the pre-market are two of the stocks we've already mentioned in this video. Both Nike and Robinhood are down. Nike down 2.4% so far in the pre-market, and Robinhood down almost 4% in the pre-market. On your top gainers list so far, as China eases COVID-19 quarantine rules for international arrivals, both Las Vegas Sands and Wynn Resorts, who operate casinos in China, are up 6.3% and 6.5% respectively in the pre-market. We also have a ton of banks rallying today as well. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo all raised their dividends after passing their annual stress test. However, JP Morgan and Citigroup have kept their payments the same. Morgan Stanley has gained 3.3% in the pre-market. Goldman Sachs is up almost 2%, and Bank of America is up just over 1% in the pre-market. Without further ado, let's talk about your notable earnings reports. Today is another relatively light day for earnings reports, but we do have one company that has already reported here in the pre-market. TD SYNNEX Corporation says its second quarter revenue more than doubled following its merger with Tech Data, while profit surged about 60%. TD SYNNEX Corporation, trading under the ticker symbol SNX, is up about 1.5% so far in the pre-market following these great earnings, but is a moderate buy based on two analyst ratings with an average upside of right around 29%. All right, guys, that's it for your pre-market morning update for Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. I hope you guys have a fantastic day of trading, and I will see you tomorrow morning.